Hi there. I'm delighted to be joined by a highly experienced global payments leader who will be joining us live at Reuters Events Payments Summit Europe in London this June. Christof is the global head of corporate and payment solutions at Deutsche Bank. Welcome, Christof. It's great to have you here today.
Thank you very much, James. I'm looking forward to the discussion, in particular the event in June. Meeting people again live and in person is a great motivation.
It is certainly, and it's great to be back in person full-time at Reuters Events. We've had some great events kick off this year in person. So Christof, could you give a little introduction to yourself and your current area of focus within Deutsche Bank?
Sure. I joined Deutsche Bank 10 years ago, coming from strategy consulting back then. And I'm now currently, as you already mentioned, heading corporate and payment solutions for Deutsche Bank, which means I'm responsible for all of our cash sales experts advising our corporate clients globally, so across the globe, all of our locations. And in addition, I'm also responsible for payments products globally, so our product innovation and our product developments.
Great. Could you explain the importance of payments for Deutsche Bank and how this has changed in recent years?
Yeah. So Deutsche Bank has been since a long time already, right? One of the major transaction banks of the world. And with that, it comes clearly that payments is of huge importance for us, right? And it is of huge importance to clearly serve our institutional clients, our corporate clients, but as well many fintech clients, right? In addition to the payment demands which our retail customers have. So we cover basically the full breadth of payment demand. And this has even more received more focus in recent years, right? I think that is something which clearly is an interesting topic, that payments is again top of mind for everyone, right? But as well for us specifically, we've re-entered into the merchant solution space, for example, not only providing classical corporate solutions, but as well offering acceptance solutions, point of sale, marketplace solutions, etc. So ultimately, we cover the full breadth of payments, and it's a huge commercial and relationship important to us.
Great. So what are the top 3 challenges facing the payments industry today from your perspective?
So I mentioned already, there is clearly a big momentum in the market, right? So we see a lot of new initiatives being kicked off, etc. And clearly, what is important for us is to really balance the demand between many of the key regulatory and market infrastructure topics on the one hand side. Take the ISO implementation, ISO 20022 in this year, right? But as well other topics which are launched instant payment schemes going live, etc. The second topic is clearly to participate in industry innovation and collaboration, right? So initiatives being launched there, we participate in, being it, for example, some of the SWIFT initiatives around SWIFT GPI, which is for us instrumental as a payments leader. Those topics clearly need to be driven forward. And then largely there's all the, I would say, our own captive DB innovation, where we provide new innovative solutions to our clients, and really balancing the demand across those 3 pockets and ensuring that we effectively deliver across all of them. That is clearly always a challenge in terms of prioritizing and finding the right focus points. Other topics, maybe not necessarily a challenge, but more a market trend, is clearly our clients more and more engaging in direct to consumer. So they want to leave out the intermediaries, want to directly engage with their end customers, and they need support and technology solutions to do so, right? They need marketplace solutions, they need payment acceptance solutions, etc. And that's clearly one area where we need to build out our offering. And lastly, more from an infrastructure perspective, again, it's clearly the move to 24/7, the move to real time, and as well the move to cloud, right? So all those topics are not new trends, they're long-term trends, but they require to clearly re-architect the whole infrastructure stack, which was until 10 years ago catered only for 5 days a week, working hours, and based on batch payments.
Great. So What are some of the solutions and initiatives that Deutsche Bank is focusing on to overcome some of the challenges you mentioned?
So I think firstly, it's important, right, to have a very clear, a good team and a clear plan how and what you want to deliver to really live up to the challenges I mentioned. So we clearly moved to an agile organization where our tech colleagues and our product colleagues work hand in hand to really deliver on the client demand I just mentioned, right? And it is important that one has a clearly defined global technology architecture, which allows you to serve clients in the best possible way and react as well swiftly and dynamically to changing industry trends, changing market trends, etc. So that is clearly one of the solutions. I would say the how, the way we work, how we collaborate, and how we deliver new solutions. On the how side, I would as well say how to drive solutions for our clients, maybe as a second solution. It's collaboration is really key, right? So that means we develop a lot of new solutions with partners, where we join up with fintechs, where we join up with technology companies to really launch new solutions to our clients, because our clients no longer want products from us. They want solutions. They want end-to-end solutions to address their problems. And that already comes to the third point, right, which is really co-development. So I think what we really try to do is we identify problems, we sit down with our clients, we jointly launch a new solution in a product and co-develop it until market readiness. No longer the bank develops something and offers it to the client, but it's really a true partnership with clients to build new solutions.
Very interesting. Thank you for sharing. What do you predict is the most disruptive change facing the payments ecosystem today? And how can the industry best prepare?
So I think all the points I just mentioned, right? Move to instant, API readiness, 24/7, etc. That's not a disruptive trend anymore. That's reality today, right? So I would really take that aside. So if you take that as given, then I think the next disruptive trend for payments is really what will happen with all the digital assets, digital currencies, blockchain solutions, etc. So there are clearly many interesting initiatives in this space, both within DB, but as well within the industry. And many of the things are still at the early stages at the beginning, right? So if you think about the digital euro, it is not yet defined how this will be launched and when it will be launched. It's still a consultancy process going on, a consultation basically, where central banks, commercial banks, but as well other market participants discuss how this should evolve and what it should be. And that is just one example, right? And as and when new, not only central bank digital currency, but as well tokenized money in general, how this evolves, right? That clearly requires rethinking our client services, our client proposition, but as well the underlying technology and infrastructure, and then how it links up with the existing world. Some of those things are already quite mature. Take, for example, trigger solutions, right? Payments triggered from blockchain and then executed via the established payment rails. But other topics are still evolving, and it's still out there how exactly it turns out to be. And then we need to be able to react swiftly to it.
Great. Well, one opportunity the industry has to come together and collaborate is at Payments Summit Europe 2022 in London this June. And we're really excited to have you as a speaker on the panel. You'll be discussing driving collaboration and interoperability across Europe. Could you just tell us a bit more about some of the topics you hope to bring to that session?
So I think I mentioned some of them already in the discussion we just had, right? So there's clearly a topic where the industry needs to come together to think about tokenized money, right? So how can we really support processes there? There are topics where the industry comes together around open banking, because again, only with clear standards and evolving standards, we will really as an industry be able to provide a very good open banking experience to our clients. but then as well ensuring basically full reach around instant payments and many, many more topics like request to pay, where it's really up to the industry to shape the future, right? With payments, that's always the interesting part, right? We always have a competitive space and a collaborative space. And I think it's important for all of us to act in both areas, right? To be fierce competitors where needed, fighting for a share of wallet of our clients, but at the same time recognize that some solutions in the payments industry just won't work if we don't collaborate, partner up, and really jointly take decisions to evolve the ecosystem, evolve the market infrastructures.
Great. Thank you very much for your insights, Christof. It's been really great talking to you, and we look forward to seeing you in June.
Perfect. Looking forward to the event. Thank you very much.
Thank you.